it's but it's something about presenting yourself and keeping your eyes focused on who's talking to you so that they know that you're absorbing the information, that you respect the information, that you're about to get into a narrative with them of respect, even though there may be disagreements. All of this is happening in the first 60 seconds. And it's setting up for the rest of your life with that person. It could be who you're going to marry. It could be who you're going to work with. It could be your partner in business. It could be your banker. It could be anybody. It could be a soldier that's going to give up their life for you. It's sort of, who are you? That's it.
Just closing off on the point you made about women being your most successful investments and the companies that have given you the greatest returns tend to be led by women. Does that mean that you focus on hiring women into executive roles?
Yeah, I'm practically all women, particularly Asian women. I am this whole thing about DEI and all this stuff, I've always had diversity because I only hire on merit. I don't care what sex you are or what you call yourself or where you came from or the color of your skin or what planet you were born on. I couldn't give a shit. Can you execute? And the way I hire people, and that's why I have such a diverse staff in my operating company, I don't hire you. I say, look, you sound good and you look great on paper, but that doesn't mean anything if you can't work within the team. So I know you want a job and you want benefits and all that stuff, but I'm not going to do that. If you want to be part of my universe, you're going to work for 4 to 6 months as a contractor at a much higher salary because you're not going to get any stock options. You're not going to get any benefits. But I just want to see what it's like for you to work with all of the people that we deal with every day, all the lawyers, all the bankers, all of the, the CEOs that we have investments in, and your coworkers, because I don't do 9 to 5 anymore. I do project-based work. I don't care where you live. We have people working in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, England, everywhere. And we meet, we try and find an hour every week where we can see each other, but we're just constantly communicating using modern day tools today. But, can you actually be given a mandate and execute on it? That's it. I don't care when you do it. If you have to get the financials out, let's say you're running in finance, you got to get them out the 15th for taxes. I don't care when you do it, but if you miss the 15th, I care. So I need to find out if those people can fit into that kind of an environment. Some of them make it, some of them don't. Sometimes we know right away after 90 days, okay, let's hire them, bring them in the team, and let's give them the whole package. And sometimes after a month, we say, no, it's not going to work. Here's that's it. I think more companies should do that, actually. It's more like the Swiss apprentice system. They bring you into a lot, my stepfather's Swiss. I've been going to Switzerland for 50 years. So if you're a giant company like a Pfizer or a Nestle, you pull them out of high school at 14. You give them a job in the afternoon. They become an apprentice. They want to learn. They want to work. They want to understand what it's like. And then you find the winners while they're still in high school. Then you give them summer jobs, and then you bring them into the company. That's where I got the idea from. The Swiss are genius that way.
Because you're sort of mitigating the risk, I guess. You're taking less of a risk on these.
No, but you're also finding out if their DNA is going to fit with your... I want my team to make a ton of money. I want them to be successful. I want every person to be proud to work with the other and just, we're almost invincible. We're so damn good at what we do. You have the same thing here. You don't have people that don't work for you well. You get rid of them. You whack them. I'm more just formal about it. Boom, you're gone.
With the investments that you've made, how many offers have you done on Shark Tank now? Probably like 800.
We don't even count it anymore. We look at the portfolio rolling over a 5 to 7 year period.
A lot.
I like a lot, and the thing is, what I've learned is, you get an exit like Base Pause from 5 years ago or something. Anna Skaya, a remarkable woman.
That was the cat DNA.
Cat DNA thing. Nobody saw that coming. I thought the thing was a joke. I was so wrong. That's the whole point. And she had the highest IRR I think in the whole format's history. Nobody's made. She was around for 36 months. And taken out at such an extreme number in all cash that there was an NDA signed between Sony and the pharmaceutical company. I can't even tell you what it was. It was extraordinary. It was extraordinary.
Was it 9 figures?
believe me, it's a tough NDA because, and I understand why they did it. They didn't buy it for the cat DNA testing. They bought it for the data.
Mm-hmm.
With AI wasn't emerging then. It existed, but it wasn't. With the data they have now, they can develop products for animals that are extraordinary in terms of feeds and medicines.
Yeah.
And nobody had that much data on the 110 million cats in America because she got it all during the pandemic. Thousands and thousands and thousands of you know, it was never about, it was a data company. It's like my son telling me when he got his internship at Tesla, hey, Dad, it's not a car company. It's a data company.
Mm-hmm.
Buy the stock. I said, I'm never buying the stock. It's a joke. It's so expensive. He said, you're an idiot. It's not a car company. So I bought the stock. And he was right. It became my most successful investment. I had to keep selling it down to 5%. My cost base is 0 on Tesla now.
Fuck.
Yeah, but before it split. And he worked there for 5 years.
One of the personas that I have that watches this show a lot are young people, not always young, but that are on the sofa thinking about being an entrepreneur. And they talk about it a lot. You know, they come up to me in the street.
2/3 will never do it.
2/3 will never do it.
You might as well do it when you have less burdensome risk, like a mortgage and a family. You might as well do it in your 20s. You're going to fail the first time, maybe the second, maybe the third. You only need one success. I mean, I had plenty of failures, and I still have failures. I mean, it's just, you know, that one I talked about this morning. I said to the largest shareholders as I was in the car, and your assistant was, you know, looking at me in the limo. I was telling the other 2 shareholders, listen, guys, it's a binary decision. As soon as I get out of this interview, we're going to make a decision. This company's going bankrupt.
Oh, on the bankrupt company.
Yeah. And so if we want to save it, everybody's going to have to pony up X million. And we're going to own the whole thing. We're just going to own it all. We're just going to do a cram down round at a fraction of a cent. We're going to own the whole thing. You want to do that, or you want to let it go bankrupt? You guys choose. I'm 1/3 of it, so it's going to have to be, you know, 2 against 1. And I'll do whatever they want because that's how I am. But it's, you know, you want to get yourself in a position in life, and I think most CEOs understand this. You are going to have bad outcomes. There are going to be bad outcomes. But never put yourself in a situation where one bad outcome defines who you are. I mean, for those shareholders, they're going to be unhappy. But then I got the call on the IPO. Those shareholders will be very happy. They're going to make 400x. Mm-hmm. So that was one of my deals. And so it's sort of like, learn to live with the idea that you are going to fail. You're going to lose money by taking risk. Will it change relationships permanently? Maybe. But if you're respected and you're honest and you're transparent, probably not. I think there's a lot of people don't like me for my bluntness. I don't care. I think a lot of people respect me for my bluntness. They may not like me. And, you know, it's sort of, it doesn't matter because the only people that really matter to me are probably my 20th closest friends and my family.
Do you think if you hadn't worked with or known Steve Jobs, you would be a different person?
100%. Steve changed my life.